You up my back to act right, and I can even call it what you were on last night. And all you ever do is talk about my past life. I'm holding on to something, never nothing that tight. That's right. I can even get you up my back
they all had a
to
little beef for a
act
little
right.
bit, right?
They all
fell off, I think. I think it was Jim Jones. They all hated Jim Jones, leader of the tribe.
I know Jewels and Cameron kept going back and forth for a while.
Oh, really?
They were like, "Yeah, Jewels is a junkie."
Oh,
They're like,
really?
he's been popping perks and drinking lean. He just got caught in
with a gun in the airport. Yeah, I seen that.
He went through the metal detector with the gun, and they stopped him, and he ran out, and they chased him and arrested him. What a fucking jerk off!
What did he say he had it for? Wasn't he saying it was somebody else's or something like that?
I don't remember, dude.
That's so funny.
That was like last year sometime, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was like a couple months ago, right? I don't know.
It wasn't
Maybe
quite a
6
year
months
ago.
Maybe like 6-7 months ago.
Has it been that long already?
I think it was in the spring at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
Dipset. I used to love Dipset too.
Me too. I still do love Dipset.
Yeah, I love Dipset.
You know,
Cameron had some good fucking music too. Killer Cam.
It's crazy because like my girlfriend's little brother and like her
Purple
cousin.
Haze.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. But like my girlfriend's little brother and their cousin, like they're playing like all the new, the new whatever's out there, whatever. And they're like, "Oh, what do you listen to?" I was like, I love me some Dipset. And like they looked at each other like, "What's that?" I was like,
really?
I was like, "You guys gotta get out of the fucking car."
Yeah, somebody asked
like,
me the other day.
What do you mean?
Somebody asked me the other day what was Dipset because they were playing something. It was just like somebody from Dipset. It might have been Jim Jones or something.
Yeah, how do you not know?
And I was like, "Oh, remember Dipset?" When they were all together, like, what the fuck is Dipset?
And when I was in rehab in South Carolina, we didn't have a TV or anything. I was at a place called the Owls Nest, bro. It was fucking filthy.
That sounds
but
great.
It was a nightmare. But they'd be like, "Yo, let's go radio," instead of watch TV. And they were all talking about music, and a lot of them were from Washington. And
Washington State or Washington D.C.
I think Washington State. I guess I'm in South Carolina, so and what's even more weird is, bro, there was a guy from Silverton.
What?
There, who lived right by the beach club, right by like Jimmy Dwyer's old house.
Uncle Cracker?
I don't know who the fuck he was.
Uncle Cracker? No, that's what we used to call him. Uncle Cracker. Dude, there used to be this guy, Brian, that lived so down the street.
All right, before we continue,
should we?
Who we sent with? Because we're gonna
Yeah.
start at the whole Dipset conversation. That's a great way to begin.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
This is we have a very special guest, a Silverton guest.
Silverton soldiers, born and bred.
My man. Should I use your government? What do you want me to?
Just be careful.
Paulie, Silverton.
I'm right
Paulie.
with that.
All right.
Paulie all day.
Paulie grew up in the same neighborhood for since as long as
life,
I remember. You've been there longer than me, so
I'm born and raised.
Yeah.
Silver Bay Road, the 255.
Yeah. Silver Bay Seagulls.
Yeah, Silver Bay Seagulls.
Flyer than a Silver Bay Seagull.
Yeah, man. So I'm happy to be here. I was wondering what went down here, and now I get to see.
Now you get to see, man. You're here. Is it comfortable?
It is.
How do you like
it's
Ventnor?
Cozier. It's juicy. Joey, when I got Joe, I was like, "Yo, is it like sketchy out here?" And Joey's like the way he described it, he goes, it's juicy. I go, juicy? He goes, yeah, like real dripping juicy. And for some odd reason, I understood that.
You knew the Joeyism.
Yeah, the JoJo slang,
you know what I'm talking about.
And then the kid in the Wawa.
Oh,
who'd
the
you
coffee
say?
guy?
Oh, dude, I'm
going
to get coffee.
He seems sketchy.
And this is like 5 seconds after the dripping juicy conversation. And the kid's looking at me, and I'm getting my coffee. He's like, "How you doing?" I was like, "I'm good." He's like, "Yeah, I'm feeling good." I was like, "What?"
We should have got his number.
And I should have stopped to think like, I just got out of there. I got my coffee, and I was like, "Yo, Joey, where the fuck are we, dude?"
Because we're right on the border of fucking Atlantic City, and this is where everybody comes to get sober.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that coffee kid is on the wrong side of the neighborhood. I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's where everyone comes down to that Wawa. It's either a shitty 7-Eleven in the middle of Atlantic City, or you take the trek out a little bit to Wawa.
Remember when we used to live down the street, and there used to be that weird kid with the long hair that used to just walk up and down the street?
Kid with the
Andre.
The kid who used to look into the windows at night, too,
Yes.
right? We had this kid, peeping into our house in the middle of the night.
Bro, this guy was a fucking weirdo. I just saw him at Wawa. I see him dude.
He was
every
inside
time.
or he was looking through the window?
No, he was inside at the ATM of all places. I didn't even know that fucking kid knew what an ATM was.
That kid has a bank account.
He seemed shot out.
Was he on?
And he's young, dog.
This same Wawa trip that you guys were just on?
We
or-
were just there, yeah.
Oh, so he was just there
He
too.
was just there at the ATM.
I wonder if
just
the
now.
two guys know each other.
Yeah, they were
Maybe.
actually.
They were
One
there
of them-
doing
they
some
were-
juicy shit in the back. I guess. Is that what was going on there?
One of them knows where to, whatever, to do something.
Where to get the juice?
Yeah, where to get the
where
juice. He's putting the juice in the
He knows
coffee.
where to-
You're about
Yeah,
to feel
you know,
nice.
and Joey kept saying, "What kind of coffee you have?" And I looked at Joey, I looked at the coffee, and I looked at the kid. I was like, "Yo, let's just get the fuck out of here." Started getting nervous.
Yeah,
That's funny.
but
That's funny what you guys were talking about with Dipset. I was thinking, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago. Like when I grew up, my parents played disco music in the car.
Oh, groovy.
So,
that's groovy.
but you think about it, like if rap music stays the way it's going, like the children we have are going to grow up listening to old school rap music.
Like
Listening to old school rap music.
Well, they're going to listen so I know a lot of 60s and 70s songs because of my father,
Yeah.
right?
Same.
So now the children that we have are going to know the music that we're into. So you're
Oh,
going to have
yeah,
little toddlers like listening to Dipset.
Well, you
Yeah.
have that. You have that already. Think about the young parents that already have kids.
Of course.
You know
But
what
I
I
didn't
mean?
really think about it until
Yeah.
like I
It's
thought
kinda
about
weird to
myself
think that,
having,
yeah.
Like,
having a
dude,
kid.
my one of my good friends from high school, we used to go to her house in Seaside, right? And her dad was fucking the shit. Like, it was the house to go to when you'd be in high school and you'd want to fucking drink and smoke weed.
Right.
And every time we went over there, he had the Yankees game on and fucking Ready to Die playing.
Damn.
And I always
My
thought,
man.
like, dude, this is the coolest shit. What
I
if I
wanna
just
grow up
went?
and be this guy.
What if I just went home and fucking Eddie was jamming out to fucking Biggie watching the Yankees game? Like, but that was it, you know. And she didn't
Right.
think too much of it. That was just her life. But you know, he was a little younger. Her parents had her young, so I mean, you know, she was born in the '90s. They were probably in their 20s.
Yeah,
then,
mid
you know?
20s.
So
Mid 20s, like our age now.
Right. You know, I think maybe even a little bit younger, but maybe 20, 21 around there. You know
Right.
what I mean? So that was popping.
But then think about like how scary this is. Like what the kids are listening to right now. Like, does that mean that their kids are gonna like be like, "Yo, little
Turning up to Little Yachty.
yeah, little Yachty"? You know what I mean? Like, is that classic?
It's a weird concept to
you know,
think, and
music's going in the wrong direction, kind of thing.
I'm sure
to an
that's what they thought even back then. But now it's totally different. Like back then it was like this might be a problem. Now it's definitely
That's
like
a fucking problem.
this is fucked up. You know?
Well, every age group thinks that. Every age
Yeah.
group thinks that the music that comes after them sucks.
But
Yeah.
but the thing is like
It sucks.
It does.
no, it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. But what I'm saying is attention spans are getting fucking lower and lower as the years
course.
go on. So, dude, I don't even think that like by the time our generation has kids that like they'll even give a fuck what we were listening
God,
to.
who-
They'll be on some other
Imagine
weird shit.
It won't even be music. at
Or
that
they'll
point.
be too smart. Maybe everything will flip. Maybe everything will flip and they'll be like, yo,
pray to God
we're
for that.
so smart that we know that shit is bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But also the lifespan of musical artists is also shrunk too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that are like my parents grew up on were playing music for 10 years. We have these artists coming out now like Little Yachty, Little Uzi Vert, like they're going to be gone in 2 years.
Yeah. But then what comes after that? That's going to be
Some
what,
other
We're
bullshit
losing
just
them.
like
yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying, you know?
We're losing them
That's
to
what makes
ODs too.
Well,
not
that's also
not
true.
just life, not just careers ending. We're talking about lives ending.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Lil Peep. I knew who Lil Peep was for about 6 months, and then he died.
Yeah, see, I didn't know who he was until he died.
Yeah,
You know?
And sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes a death for a discovery of a discography. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like.
What
I
was
mean,
it?
I always knew. Of course, Mac Miller is one of my favorites.
That's my
he's
mans.
he's one of my favorites,
know.
and I always knew of his music. But I feel like I didn't get into too much depth as I would have liked to until he died. And then I started really listening to him, like, damn, this throwback and that throwback. And then I was like, you know what? I didn't even listen to the last album. Like, let me jump into that. And I
Yeah,
heard it, and I was
Swim
blown away.
Swim was pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
right?
Swim was
Yeah,
fucking.
Swim was dope. See, I loved him, man.
I think people make some of the best music when they're at the darkest points of their lives. You know what I mean?
That's when the truth comes out. you
Yeah,
know?
Mm-hmm.
I feed off of that. I like depressing music. Depressing music actually makes me happy, and I don't know if that has to do with identification in it. You know what I mean? But I like it.
Yeah, I feel you.
So that album really fucking hit home, though.
But then
I
you know,
like that.
then there's a lot of people like I guess the kid who got shot was the XXX10. I don't even know how to say it.
Yeah, Triple X and Tentacion.
Yo, so even after he died, and you know, that's when you know all of a sudden you hear a lot more about him. I still kind of think his music sucked, and I'm sure there's
Really?
gonna be people out here who are like, yo, these
Really?
I'm on board with you. I wasn't
You
really a
know,
big fan.
and
And I
no
also,
shit.
There's one or
I
two
think he's
good
great.
songs, you
I think
know?
he's great. I hated him as a person.
Fuck,
He was
weird.
I just couldn't stand the way he talked and everything. But I thought
wasn't-
he made some good music.
I wasn't really a big fan of Mac Miller either.
Oh,
No?
I loved Mac.
Really?
See, and he came out when I was in college, like 2008, 2009 is when he was really coming up. Also, was Khalifa at the same time. Like all that
Yeah.
music
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
came out at the same time, and I was like, it was good. It was good stuff to listen to. It was good stuff to party to, but it just didn't really do it for me. Not
love
taking anything
Mac.
away from his death, but I
Yeah.
wasn't like the biggest fan of his music.
Sure.
I liked
I mean,
it, but I
yeah,
wasn't like
fair.
overwhelmed
That's
that
fair.
it was that great.
See, Mac was one guy who I always loved. Like from Best Day Ever was probably one of my favorite albums. You know, 'cause-
Even that song, that video. was
yeah.
fucking,
Me and
oh
you
my
used to
God.
always bump that. You know?
I
That
know.
was
We used to
always our
bump the
shit.
instrumental. Remember, we used to
Yeah,
always
and
say
we
we're gonna
said-
make a remix.
Yeah,
we used to fuck around.
I do. And
But,
so when he died, that was like.
was
I
like,
know,
wow.
I know it's Mac, and a lot of people didn't take Mac serious, but like
No.
that was one of the first artists who I had like that connection with. That when he
yeah.
died, I was like, oh, that's fucking terrible. you know?
Yeah, well, you know what it was, man. He like paved the way for a lot of like middle class white rappers.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I always felt some type of way because I wasn't from the ghetto and like I didn't have a hard life growing up or anything.
And then came
Mac
Mac.
came out and he was a college rapper. Like you had Asher Roth I actually love that song. I love
College,
Yeah,
yeah.
I actually love that song. But he was
But he
just
came
like
and
a
went, came and went.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You had your what's that other fucking guy's name? You had your Chris Webby and
Lil
you
Dicky?
and you had I like
Lil Dicky's the shit.
Yeah,
I love
Lil
Lil
Dicky's. But what I'm trying to say is, man, like when Mac came out, I think the first thing I saw by him was it was two videos. I was in vocational school for recording, and this kid showed me Senior Skip Day, which I was like, eh. But the other one, Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza,
that's
and I was
one
like,
of our-
that's what did it.
that's
for me.
another
I was
one
like,
we-
yo, this motherfucker's lyrical.
Yep.
He definitely has like some old school hip hop roots, And it's crazy, man. When I heard he died, I was like, what the fuck, dude? There's no way.
That's still such
And,
a dope beat.
Dude, I just heard this the other day that he fell into like a deep depression because Pete Davidson, the comedian Pete Davidson that was dating Ariana. He like sent Mac pictures, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
Yo.
Because I guess they
Really?
Yeah, I guess they were like going back and forth a little bit.
Over Ariana?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he sent Mac some pictures.
That's fucked up. I mean, G points.
I
for-
think
for
that's
Pete,
why.
but-
I think.
Throw my man's G point real quick, but
I
damn.
guess. Yeah,
Kinda
but
gets my man mad.
I think that had a lot to do with why she left him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why she
Wait,
left.
so what?
They were engaged.
So,
Yeah.
Pete and Ariana.
and she left Pete, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because she found out she showed him. That's what I heard. That's
But,
what
yo,
I heard.
So, like, my girlfriend loved following all
From a
that
good
shit.
source. Good source.
If you look at Pete Davidson's like prior Pete Davidson, whatever his name is, if you look at all like the prior relationships, like he took them all like to the extreme real quick. Like,
Yeah.
like his last two girlfriends, like real quick was engaged and then something crazy, and then now it's
Celebrities like that are weird, man. They're
Yeah,
always
yeah.
doing shit like that. It's very, very strange.
I can't stand Ariana.
me
You know.
neither, me neither, not at all.
She's
Fucking
annoying.
Disney superstar.
She's just annoying to me.
Bring
Like, you
back
ever watch her
Orlando Bloom.
interviews and she's just, I just can't take her. Especially when she does
Her voice, even just
her
like,
voice.
Fuck out
I was
of me,
going to say that.
I don't know.
And I feel like I would sound weird because she has like a good singing voice. But when she
Her
talks, I
talking
don't know.
voice.
I don't know. But
Cardi B gives the best interviews.
Oh
ever.
yeah. You can't even understand half the
she's
time, but-
funny, man.
She's great, man. She's,
love her.
She's fantastic. Her songs are super
I was
catchy.
obsessed with her when she first came out, but now I'm
Were you,
like,
you dying off on her a little bit? I just think she's funny, man. Anytime you see her in the public spotlight or anything, she's doing some wild shit. Like somebody who's from that part of New York,
Yeah.
you'd expect them to do.
Yeah, and that's why it's cool because like
where's
she's
she
like
from? She's
a real
from the South
person like
Bronx,
that.
right?
Yeah, I guess South Bronx or Harlem or something like that, which is probably sort of one and the same. You know, like Northern Manhattan, South Bronx. I mean, it kind of all blends together there. Yeah, she's wild in interviews.
She cracks me up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what is she? I can't even do it.
I'm not gonna
she's-
even try.
Yeah, I gave it a go.
But I'll tell you what, bro, that fucking song, her and Bad Bunny, that song is pretty much genius, you know? That Spanish song, you know what I'm talking about.
Bro, I mean, I'm sure.
I like it like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And even that beat's like fucking just dope, right?
Yeah, whoever produced it. I should look that up. Who the fuck produced that? Anyway,
That shit is dope,
that
though.
shit's a banger, dog.
Yeah.
And
Like, I never liked Nicki the way I like Cardi B. You know, I know it sounds not.
I
was
always
never crazy
I just
about
can't. I can't stand.
Nicki.
I can't stand. Like I could listen to. I could listen to Young May. You know,
I mean,
she
she's
spits
just
like
a fucking-
bars.
yeah, yeah.
But when
That's
you
like a
hear
whole
Nick,
different-
like I could spit her verses. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I can't talk about what Nicki and Cardi are talking about because they're talking about getting fucked in the ass
and
and
like
sucking
they're-
cock.
yeah,
Like I'm not
yeah.
gonna rap that. Get the fuck out of here.
Why not, Joe?
Come on, man.
Joey, I
and
catch
they're
you
making.
singing that shit all the time. On
Dude,
those.
they're making it. They're making these little fucking girls like
Ah, no.
twerk and shit and
Yeah,
think it's okay.
It's terrible.
That's the only thing I don't agree with. Like some of Cardi's shit's hot. It's just undeniable. But with Nicki, she has a couple bangers, but a lot of her shit sucks. And she's also talking about sucking dick. And I'm
Plus-
just like, yo, get this shit the fuck off TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you want to talk about fucking a young generation up. There you have it. You know.
Plus, a lot of it, the reason why I think she's where she is because like she's dropping songs like, you know, when she was blowing up, at least she's with Wheezy.
She came up
you
with
know,
Wayne.
and she's with
Right.
Drake and shit. You know, that's when they were on the rise. Every song on the radio was Young Money.
Yeah.
You know, for like a solid 4 months.
Oh man, I miss those days.
Me too.
I miss
Me
those.
too.
Those were good days.
Yeah.
Those were pre-rehab days for me.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it was like the start of the run though, too, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was definitely the start.
It
of
was
the
just
run for
the
me.
start. Yeah,
But that was the best part. It was the start of the run, but before things got bad enough to go to rehab.
Yeah, it's when everything was
That was
great.
the best part of my life.
The music was still
you know
good,
what?
and
And
we
I'm
were
not gonna
just-
deny that, bro.
No.
That was good. I took my first Roxy at an Applebee's in Tom's River.
How old were you?
I was about 17.
Oh yeah, same.
You
when
know,
yeah, my first one was actually I was going to a Sweet 16. Fucked up is that to think? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's.
It's crazy when
Do I
you
know
flip it
the
the other way
person?
around, thinking about 16-year-olds sniffing fucking
I know.
pills.
Well, now that you know, it's
Yeah.
were we that small when we were 16? You know, it's. I mean, we were, but now
crazy,
we
dog.
see like these little kids, and it's
Right.
like, what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna fuck me up the way it did. Felt. What happened?
that's
we
not
guys dropping
good.
shit.
Slide your chair over.
Dropping my juice. That coffee kid hooked me up with a bottle of juice.
Whatever he
Good?
put in that fucking coffee.
Yeah, I don't even want to know. I'm starting to see shit.
Yeah, I was.
What I was thinking about with that Cardi B song, right? So that was like the biggest song of this summer, right? And then last summer, the song you always heard on the radio was the Despacito song, the Justin Bieber song.
Yeah.
So these Spanish beats are really starting to make
PR's on the map, bro. Bad Bunny.
huge. But just like the Spanish influence and culture is becoming more and more prevalent, I think,
Yeah.
in music, which is awesome. I mean,
Yeah, it's cool.
nothing gets you like makes me want to dance more than that Cardi B
Yeah,
song.
and I think
You
that's
know?
what
I
it
just
is.
want to
you
start
know, it's-
moving.
yeah,
that shit
yeah,
really
you're right.
makes. Yeah, that really.
But
You guys all right over there?
Joey's like kicking me on the table. But I think it's because it's different. You know what I mean? But like the whole style in general is just like, you know, it's like it's catchy. You know, and
Right.
it's just like you said, makes you want to dance. Like it's got like that sexy vibe. You know what I mean? So I think
sexy
that's
vibe.
You know what I'm saying, bro? That's what it is, and that's what it is. That's
shit.
what gets people going with it. You know?
Paulie Shuttlesworth.
You like that? The Sean Don Julio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I think probably has a lot to do with there being more Spanish people in the culture too. Like just really all over the place. Like when I was out west living in California, it was really strange to me because I was meeting girls that were Mexican, right? But like spoke English perfectly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I grew up down here, there were people from Spanish countries, but like they were like immigrants, you know what I mean? But these were like third, fourth generation fucking Mexican people that like still got their culture. So seeing it mixed in is cool.
Yeah,
I think so, at least.
yeah. Like I said, it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From what we're used to.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's the game changer.
But Bad Bunny can actually spit. I don't.
He's got the
speak-
weirdest
I don't-
fucking haircut, though.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Have you seen that?
To be honest, bro, I didn't even know who Bad Bunny was until like obviously that song.
Neither did I.
You know,
Neither did
to
I.
ask me to name one more other song, I'd have to. I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I don't know, man. Him and fucking. There's a couple cats out there. Anuel, he's good. And I can't understand what they're saying, but I could tell they're spitting fire.
Yeah, it's dope. It
I
flows.
can, bro. I'll
You know,
show
it
you some
flows.
shit. I can show you some shit.
Joey's writing his new song. He's got Google Translate in there. Just kind of flip it over.
That's funny. That's too funny, dog.
So Joe was telling me that that you wanted to talk a little bit about how people in your profession may or may not get a bad rap from the get-go.
Jesus. So I'm a car salesman, right? And
Right. New cars, used cars, all kinds of cars?
I do it all. You know,
You don't discriminate.
New and used. No, we're all the same. And it's funny, bro, because you see a lot, you talk to a lot of people, obviously, and it's some people, I mean, you're just like, you know, when you go to shake somebody's hand, they look at you like you just smacked their mom, banged their wife, and kidnapped their kids. You know what
All
I'm saying?
at the same time.
It's like, I didn't even see your wife yet, first of all. Second of all, you know,
I'm not buying nothing.
yeah,
I just
that's
came
my
to
favorite.
look.
And you know, right off the bat, everybody thinks I'm going to try to do you dirty. And you know, all my car salesman friends out there that are going to watch this, the internet ruined any of the old school car salesman mentality where it's like you can't really make a shitload of money off people. Like, I get paid off units now. You know what I mean? For the most part.
So that's based off of how many cars you sell.
Yes.
Not for what you sell the car for.
Yeah, because again, you know, with the new cars, dude, it's a vicious market, bro. Where the internet just, you know, everybody's got these crazy prices out there under the sticker price. You know, so
Right.
and not just that, but you got to figure if something bad happens. Again, with the internet, all you got to do is put it on Facebook or whatever, and then everybody in the world knows that shit. It's crazy how much the
That's
internet.
with any business.
So
yeah.
what do you mean something bad happens? Like in relation to the car or the interaction they have with you?
Really, either or. Like, let's just say they had it's crazy. The people who actually complain the most are like, I know it sounds dumb, but like people with bad credit, people who wanted like a price that just straight up you can't do. You know what I mean?
Right,
And,
of course.
It's always the people who don't get their way where you see the problems, where you see the people talking trash on the internet, and it's crazy. You know, it's crazy because you can only do so much. You can only do so much to help out.
Right.
And then, you know, like the bank gets involved and everything changes, you know what I mean? But it's, and then you got your certain customers. Like, you got the one guy who's like, whatever, a car's a car. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you excited? He's, I've had 1 million cars. I'm like, all right, whatever, jerk off.
Yeah.
Act excited, all right, bro, for my sake.
Just take the picture
I'm here,
and put it on Facebook.
because you see,
you
every
know?
time I sell a car, I take a picture,
Yeah, I
and
know.
last thing I say, I go, oh, look a little more excited. And, you know, you can tell by their facial expression. Some of them just really don't care.
Oh, shit.
And then there's the other guy who, I bought enough cars. I know how this works. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what? Then you take over.
offs.
You know? So,
There's somebody in particular, doesn't work for your dealership, but is up our way, and I just can't fucking stand him.
yeah, that's. Can we
he
name drop?
makes-
No name dropping?
No,
Let's
but
not.
I'll tell
Okay.
you, I think his last name's Pine Belt,
All right.
and he just annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time
I know a couple of the Pine Belt cats.
you?
They're cool people.
Couple
You know who I
Pineys?
know? I mean, yo, we're all, you know, for the most part, we're all the same.
Yeah.
For the most part, you know what I mean?
Do you guys stick together in the business a little bit, or is there some friendly rivalry? How's that work?
So you got to figure, like, I'm on 37, so, and anybody on Route 37 will know, like, Volkswagen's, like, on 37, we're, like, the most hated. But, you know, we dominate. Like, our Volkswagen dealership in the Northeast for 3 months in a row, we just, you know, we're number one.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
huge.
people are
First
gonna-
of all, your
people are gonna hate on
location
that.
is fucking
Yeah,
bomb.
and, you know, and what's even crazier is, like, if I got to get a new car from another dealership, they might not give me the car only because they don't want, you know, they don't want me to get a sale out of it. You know what I mean? So,
So
number
what, like
one,
another Volkswagen dealership where you got to pick the car up from?
So new cars we could swap with other Volkswagens.
Right.
A lot of them will shoot you down because, you know, you're number one. They don't want that.
Right.
You know, now that we've dominated the Northeast, you know, obviously we want number one in the country. You know, that's next. But, you know, it's we're going into the slow season, so we'll see what happens.
Damn, I didn't realize you guys were number one in the East.
Yeah, we dominate, man. We really do.
That's what's up.
You know,
It's a good
so
feeling, you know.
It is.
You got a good,
it really
good
is.
location, good business.
But yeah, it's-
good group of guys. I know.
Yeah.
I know a couple of your coworkers.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Fellow neighborhood kids.
and
you know,
you're
it's
there
cool.
so much that, like, those all become like your family. You
Right,
know?
of course,
I'm
right.
there 9 to 9. I'm
That's
there
a-
9 to 9, 9 to 9.
Man, that's such a good thing, dude. When
It
you're
is.
when you're able to feel like that with your coworkers. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because I have people that I work with that are
You're ready to
constantly
fucking
bickering.
strangle. Yeah, keep in
Yeah.
mind we fight like family.
I'm in the
too,
middle
though.
of it all the time too.
Yeah,
You know, so it's like, yeah. So that's cool.
You
That's
know,
cool.
it's like we act like brothers. We fight like brothers too, though.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
lot of that.
Yeah.
But you know, you still get your sketchy people coming in and out. You know, I
course
see
you
I
do.
see plenty of it. But
Of course you do.
yeah, it's crazy. It's like, look, dude, I just want to sell you a car. I want you to be happy with the car. You know, my job is really, I'm the middleman, bro. My job is to make you see the value in the car I'm trying to sell you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you have a number you want. They have a number they want to give you. My job's to make everybody happy in the middle. And then you know, give me a good survey. That's all. Because I get paid off that too. Surveys.
Good Google review.
That's all it is, man.
You know?
Give me a Yelp. I'm with it.
Yep.
You know, we do Yelp. I'm with it.
That's what's
But
up.
yeah, it's you know, between the hours are really the downfall of the job, but you got to be there. You know, it's a hustle.
Yeah.
I'm still hustling. The only difference is now it's Jettas and there's tax on it. You know, so that's what it's become.
I just we were just talking about it earlier. I just got myself a Volkswagen. Brian's seen it. It's in the shop right now, or else I would have showed you it. But I just wanted to say thank you because I came to you first. You know what I mean? And you kind of let me test drive them. And unfortunately, we couldn't find the right thing at your location for me. But you know what? Like I got to drive a couple cars, and you definitely sold me on the idea of a.
Yeah, I mean, you ended up getting that exact car for the most part.
Right,
you know?
right. So something that I was able to work with a little more. So I appreciate that. You know,
I see everyone driving those nowadays, man. Those
V-dubs?
Jettas, they look sweet too.
the Jettas are dope.
The new Jettas are tight, but a lot of people come in and they're like, oh, man, that's a chick car.
Really?
Yeah,
dude,
it's a
lot of
slut
them-
car.
Well, no,
It's a slut car.
From seeing it on the road, you know what I mean? Like they don't come in and look at it and go, "No, that's a chick car." But like a lot of people will go, "Oh, Jetta," like I instantly think of a chick car.
It's a slut car.
But then the second they see it, drive it, and love it, now it's
Yeah,
You become the
never-
slut.
I never
You
took
know.
it for a slut car. The
Yeah.
Mitsubishi Spider, that's a slut car.
yeah. Hey,
oh
I saw
no,
Mitsubishis
that's
too.
a slam pig car. That's
You
a
like
straight
slam pig? That's filthy.
God.
That's
Yeah,
filthy.
come on,
That's
bro.
I
I,
hope I
cannot
got one.
respect you if you drive a goddamn spider,
Well, you're the one in the slut car.
huh?
You're throwing out disrespect for a Spider?
I hope half your fans have spiders and they're like, Joey just called me a slam pig.
No.
I hope I get a
Nah,
spider.
they're
to
good.
sell.
They're good women, man. I think I don't like how it sounds.
What, a Spider?
Yeah,
They don't even
Mitsubishi
make the spider anymore.
No. Yeah, I don't think Mitsubishi makes any cars, right?
No, we actually. So I'm Tom's River Auto Group. So now we actually sell Volkswagens and Mitsus. But I stick
What do
to
you-
the.
what
Do
do
they
you
make
guys-
new Mitsubishis?
They do Outlanders.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Mirages.
They don't
if
make
you will.
Gallants no more.
No, and there's been talk about the Evo coming back. That'll raise a lot of. Me personally, I don't like.
You don't like Evos?
No, not really, man. I don't know.
I could see you whipping a nice Lancer.
Yeah, Lancer. That's a whole different. They do Lancers. They
Right,
still
yeah,
do
okay, I
the
remember
Lancer.
those.
But Volkswagen just on the rise. They're talking about a pickup truck coming out.
Really?
they're actually-
Mitsubishi?
Nah, I don't
Oh.
know. The V-Dubs.
Oh,
It's like, damn.
I was
The
about to
Beetles.
say.
They're not doing Beetles anymore.
Oh well, who the fuck? You know what I
You'd
mean?
be surprised.
That's a chick car.
That's
That's-
a Joey car all day.
Well, nah, man.
It's like a midlife crisis.
I'll tell you what I would drive. My dad used to have one. The fucking little, what do you call those? I don't know what they're a van, but what do you call them, bro? Like the old school hippie.
Like the buses.
I guess kind of like the bus, man, with the curtains in the window.
Your dad used to have one of
My
those,
dad
Jack?
used
What
to
the
have-
hell? What's
Dude,
going
I
on,
should.
Ed?
Oh yeah, come on.
Who's man?
A lot of people don't believe me when I say my dad was a straight up hippie.
No
You should-
way.
bro.
I don't believe it.
Really?
You believe that?
I
don't
have-
know if I
not
can
at
believe
all.
that.
I don't
have
see
to,
that at
I have
all.
to show you guys pictures.
That's why he likes my V-Dub so much.
One time I was snooping around when I was little, and I found his photo album from the 70s. Oh
Okay.
my god, he got really mad. But I was like, "This is who my father was."
It's all
I was
starting
like,
to make sense
"No fucking way." Yeah, I'm talking hair down to his ass.
No way.
Fucking,
Really?
I don't know if I believe
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Sitting right in the kitchen, there was some girl with a big old red bong smoking it, and it said Laura breaking in the new bong 1974. I was like, what, dude? Yeah. Concerts. It wasn't. He was a little bit too young for Woodstock, but it was something else like it.
Yeah, I mean,
It was dope.
It was
It
the
was dope.
post Woodstock era.
Pictures of the yellow Volkswagen. It was
Really?
yeah.
It was a bus.
Yeah, and you guys know my dad, man. He's
Yeah.
very.
Your
He's
dad.
he's a very like working class kind of guy.
Your
now.
dad's a great dude.
And but yeah, you guys should see some of the pictures.
That blows my mind.
Hippie
It really does. I'm still trying to like picture just like
Eddie
I
the
just-
hippie.
I just picture his face now, just with like long, luscious locks. Like,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what the
I'll show you
fuck is
some.
going on?
I'll show you some. I'm sure I could find it.
I like that picture of you with long hair.
I
like
was
a
a
real
mess.
Yeah, you look like a real scumbag with that long hair like that.
Great guy, real scumbag. Paul will tell you. I was. Oh my god, I don't even know.
That's when we were at the peak, I guess, right?
Yeah.
The peak of the valley,
let my-
whatever
I
way
let-
you want to look at it.
Yeah, oh my God. I always wondered how your dad, when me and Joey were being bad, bro, and every other day I'd have to run by Joey's house and, drop something off. And whenever his dad would come out, I'd be like, I left my phone charger in your house.
the majority of the time I was getting high, I didn't have a license, so a lot of people had to do the running for me. And being that I lived at my dad's house and he knew what was going on, I was on lockdown, so I had to fucking like.
Every
it was
other
such
day.
a process.
Every
you know
other
what
day, I
mean?
left my wallet, my headphones,
It was something you left.
and I'd be like, "But anyways, how do you like this?" Or I'd just go right to sports. I'd be like, "Hey, I left my. Did you watch the Yankee game?"
That's
You know?
that's how to get them too. That's how to
He'd be
get them.
like- He'd think about it and go, "Yeah, I saw the Yankees." I'd be like, "All right, so where's Joe? You know, where's JoJo?"
Oh shit.
Running with
funny.
Joe was like a whole nother. It used to be the Paul and Joey show where it was just whenever me and Joey back in the day were gonna make a move, he would call me. You know, he'd call me and he'd give me the game plan, which we never went by.
Right.
And 98% of the time I was just in, you know, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And there's always that 2% where something just felt that wrong, or he was with a certain somebody that I just wasn't feeling, you know, and no names intended. And I'll never forget, bro, one time I was with Joey and, you know, I'm thinking, oh, fuck, we got to go up top. I hated that ride more than anything in the world.
I like that vernacular you guys use for up top.
Oh yeah. You know, everybody, not just that, but everybody in Tom's River has went with Joey up top. You know what I mean? If you're
Right.
from Tom's River, you went with Joey up top, or to High Point. High Point was just. I know you guys have talked about High Point, but
Yeah,
That's like
that got
the
shut down real
yo,
quick.
yeah.
See, the difference between going to like Newark or Trenton, it's like that shit's never closing down.
no, High
Never.
Point went down.
Yeah, 'cause it's
like
Ocean County.
there was just one phone, and 8 different dudes who went by the same name answered it. You know, and you'd go. Everybody knew what the dirt road was. You know what I'm saying? You'd
Yeah.
go to the dirt road or the dumpster.
Right.
And the dumpster, like if you think about it, it was probably so easy to play these kids, but you didn't want to.
No, it
it's
was-
like
he was
they would say,
business.
drop the money, and then like I'll drop, and it was just very
Yeah.
sketchy.
Yeah.
But,
But what were you saying? We're going up.
So one time instead of going up top, which I'll get to the up top, but Joey's like, yo, I got this new connect. It's right in Seaside, so I'm already knocking at his door. I'm ready to go, because
Right,
who
close.
the fuck wants to go up top? And he goes, look, when we get there, just don't say nothing. And in my head, I'm like, I can only. It's a whole different high seeing who Joey's about to introduce me to.
Right.
And so when I
Right.
get there, this fucking old lady who looks like she's shouting out the bingo numbers at my grandmother's party is walking up, and I'm like, fuck, who's this lady? She's gonna this is awkward. She's gonna see us, and she puts the window down. And once I realized what was going on, if she made eye contact with me, my jaw was on the fucking floor because it's this old lady giving us a brick.
Really?
Yeah, dude. And I'm like, what the fuck? Let's just call her Ethel for this, because she looked like an Ethel.
I forget her name.
Well,
How did you get hooked up with this lady?
Yeah, that's what I'm really here to find out, actually.
Through somebody that you guys both met.
Okay.
Really?
He's been on the show. That's all I'm saying.
So okay,
Very
enough,
interesting.
enough said. So but then it gets better. So we do the deed, and we're driving home, and we just get over the bridge, and me and Joey are happy as fuck, and all of a sudden the phone goes off, and in the cartoons when you hear the
Yeah.
people going, that's what I hear, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he hangs up. He's like, yo, we shorted her $5. In my head, I'm like, this old lady's really bugging out over $5. I'm like,
I swear to God, I gave it to her.
yeah, it was in my pocket. I should have. And I'm driving. I'm like, oh, fuck that lady. I feel like, oh, gee, because I just beat an old lady
Yeah.
for $5. And first, as the ride went on, the guilt of the $5 really started hitting Joey. So when it first
He's like,
happened,
oh, man, we got to go back.
I
Gotta
didn't.
give
I
it to
didn't
him.
mind.
No.
Yeah, I didn't mind robbing fucking Bloods
he's
in
like,
Newark.
he's
But
like, fuck
I
that
didn't.
old lady.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, fuck that old lady. And then once he went a little further, he's like, man, I can't believe she's really made over $5. We got a little further. He's like, I guess $5 really does add up if this keeps happening.
Well, you know what it was.
And then we're about to be home. He's like, you got that $5, man? I was like, you know what?
Well, you know what it was is it's like you were saying, fuck taking a trip.
Yeah.
Seaside's right next to Tom's River,
Right.
and granted, it was a little more expensive, but it wasn't top dollar. So I didn't want her to be mad at me and not serve me anymore, and we'd have to go to Trenton at nighttime. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
no. But do you remember how it ended with her?
No.
So one day we called her, and this guy answers the phone. He's like, hello.
That was
And
sketchy.
I'm
Yeah, I
like-
do remember. I forgot I
Joey's
was
on
with you.
speaker, and I wasn't even, hello. And I'm like, Joey's like, yo, what's up, man? Where's Ethel? I guess we're gonna. Okay. And he's like, oh, she's not here right now, but I can help you. And I was like, Joey, hang up the fucking phone. That was just I'm not sure if it's it was like.
I was about to say yeah. Too.
I know, he's sick bastard. But it was just the sketchiest, the whole thing. I think we just hung up and never
Yeah,
went back.
hung up.
Yeah, that's one of those you just write it off at that
Oh,
point.
yeah. So then,
That
sure
was-
enough, we go up top. And even then, bro, Joey just got me involved with the fucking weirdest shit, bro. So when you went up top, the exit was rides along the parkway. So when you get off, it's like a fucking neighborhood, right? And then you could pull right back off. And it's when you get there, 8 dudes are trying to all serve you.
Right, of course.
So when they all roll up to the door, I'll never forget, the one guy's like, yo, what are you guys here to do? And Joey's like, I'm just waiting on my mans. And that guy's like, yo, fuck your mans. You know, they're all trying to beg. He's like, yo, come over here, I got you. And I'm trying to play it off like, I don't know what you're talking about, sir, you know? And
Sorry, can't help you.
You know, he's like, yo, I'll do it cheaper. And all of a sudden I was like, yeah, that ain't even our boy anyway we're waiting on. You know, what's up? And even then, bro, it was always
That's
so
how I would.
sketchy.
That's how I would meet my new connects. It was just waiting for my one boy.
Oh, like the
then
dirt
I'd get
road.
fucking 5 other numbers.
Yeah.
And like all free samples.
Yeah, I knew half of the people in High Point just from rolling up on the dirt road.
Yeah. They all
That was
hated
a
each other too. That's the
fucking
funny
nightmare.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, you got
The
me
days.
about some fucked up shit.
See, I never really dealt with something like disorganized like that. You know, I always went up to Camden or Kensington, and it wasn't really like that. I never got anybody's number. I never did the phone call thing, unless when I moved out of state, it was always, you know, phone call people here and there, but I wasn't in a major city.
Would you just roll up to somewhere and they'd be...
I just rolled up to the same block. It was usually the same couple guys that were around.
Yeah.
But, you know, I usually go around a certain time. I'd always go like 1, 2 o'clock right in the afternoon, right after I got done work. Never at night. God forbid I had to go there at night.
Wow, shit gets sketchy out there, huh?
Dude, yeah, it's a completely different world when you go at night. I mean, I would go if I had to,
Yeah, when you're
but if
sick.
I could avoid it, I would avoid
Yeah.
it. You know, but it was always the same. It was always the same few guys. You know, recognized me time and time after again. And then, you know, when I started smoking crack, it was, you know, there was like 3 or 4 different houses I went to. Never strayed away from there unless, you know, for some odd reason they weren't there. But there was always that fail-safe block that you go to because you knew they were open, sort of thing.
Somebody was always... See, I think I'd feel better having that phone call knowing it's good instead of hoping that you're going to roll up and 50% of the time he's there. You know, well, it sounds like they're always there. They're running.
Yeah, it was
kind of
never
thing,
really
you know
like
what I'm saying?
that. It'd be like once in a blue moon.
Where you should have luck,
You drive and you'd be like, all right, well, there's nobody standing out in front of the corner store. You don't even stop. You just keep moving.
Well, that's the difference between going to the ghetto and going to the suburbs for drugs. Is if you're going to the suburbs, you have to have a number. And
Right.
if you get there and they don't answer, you're pretty much fucked.
In the suburbs.
Now, in the suburbs. If you call, like I always had numbers in the ghetto, but, you know, there was sometimes I called, they'd say, yeah, I'd be up there. They'd stop answering. That's okay. I'm in the ghetto.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So somebody's going to serve you is what you're getting at.
Yeah, I'll
You know what
probably
I mean?
be waiting and
Yeah.
somebody will literally walk up to me and I'll
they
probably...
they see 2 white kids from, you know, the
It's-
suburbs, then they know what the fuck is up. you
People
know?
think there's no such thing as black privilege, but when you're an addict...
when you're a drug dealer,
when you're an addict in the ghetto, you don't
Where
get
you
pulled
going?
over as much.
Joey for president, man.
If you're white in the ghetto, you get pulled over.
Yeah.
A lot.
I had this
right.
thing that I used to do, right?
lot.
I always bought drugs off of Spanish guys. That was always my thing, right? Always a Puerto Rican or Dominican neighborhood, strictly. Same thing when I get my haircut. They're either Italians or Spanish guys. Don't get a cut by anybody else.
Okay. Greeks are good. Shout out to Bobby Boots.
Never got my haircut by a Greek.
Try it.
Boots will get the
This
job
is your
done.
boy?
Yeah, Bobby Boots.
Yeah, okay, I'd go up there. It's a
Going to
little
him
far.
since I was fucking a teenager.
Anyway, the point of my story is what I would do is I turn on the Spanish radio station, right? And I take
Good
my hat
touch.
like I'm wearing right now, and I'd wear it real low, and then I kick my seat back a little bit so I look like I belong.
Now all of a sudden you fit in, you're about to get the nasties.
Good
faded away.
touch. Good touch. I'm proud of you.
Don't know if it worked, but I didn't get pulled over, so I guess it worked. Don't know if that was the reason that it did work, but I also lived in Camden for a little while too. So I mean, you would see my there's small neighborhoods, you know. I'm sure Patterson is kind of the same way, or Newark, or wherever you were at. That Camden's a smaller city, so
Newark's a very big city.
Yeah.
Patterson's small.
Patterson is probably somewhat similar to Patterson, where you'd see the same cars going around. Like even when I was out getting high, like I'd see if I left my place at like 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd see the same 3 cars, them going to work or wherever they were going, like every morning, you know. So I tried to blend in as much as possible.
I never had a problem in Trenton. I always had a problem getting back from Trenton.
Well, that's why you just moved there. That's what I did.
Dude, there was
You didn't have
times
any
I
problem
really...
coming out of town if you just stayed there.
Me and my friends actually contemplated it, but like no, I'm not even gonna get into it. What would you do for work? Like I wasn't gonna fucking like what am I gonna do, bro? Number one, I'm on probation. I'm not gonna try to find a way to fucking probation every day
You know,
from Trenton. and,
Jersey
like-
City, we got caught up in a good amount too. I feel like
Oh, Jersey City's where it all
That's where-
started.
and that was probably the worst of it.
Really, that's
Jersey's-
where all your legal trouble started?
No, that's
Not-
where
nah.
my whole game started. So I was still doing pills. This was when I was just getting to
Jersey City was fucking a nightmare.
that. Just changed my life. I had just started going to OCC, community college up the street, you know, and I chose Ocean County College because it was right up the street. You know what I mean?
Of
I didn't
course.
want to go anywhere. I'm already knee high in my pill addiction.
Right. You're kind of a homebody too, though.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
still.
you're not going to see me fucking joining a frat, but like, no disrespect. I just mean that. You know what I mean? So, the thing is we met this guy.
Used to?
Huh?
Used to?
You've met him.
Yeah,
You've met him.
Yeah, well,
We're gonna
it started off with you and someone else in that corner piece, but then he started coming around to the corner with all of us.
So this
And then
guy
we all got involved, and it was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
shit
I'm gonna
show.
name him. I'm gonna name him fucking. I'm gonna name him.
Call him CB.
Okay. We're gonna call him CB. All right. He was from Jersey City. Mm-hmm. Straight Puerto Rican cat. He was in a gang. I can't remember if he was in the Bloods or the Latin Kings.
No, he was a king.
He was a king, right?
That makes sense.
So yeah, I know, but his cousin was a Blood and whatever. So he had a cousin who lived in Silverton with us, right?
Okay. And that's how you got
we
hooked
met
up
him.
with the guy.
That's how we met.
Right,
him.
okay.
Yeah, what are the odds of that shit?
Because I don't even, doesn't matter. So finally CB comes around, right? And he loved to come to the shore. His girl was from the shore. He loved to party down in the shore. He loved selling drugs on the shore. But he had no license, no car, but he had money and he had connects.
Okay.
All right. He wasn't an opiate guy, but he loved to smoke wet and he loved to pop Xanax.
Yup,
Remember that.
yup.
Remember
Always
that.
the wet, yeah.
So
Okay.
what would happen was he'd come down and he'd be like, Joey, let me stay at your house for a couple nights and shit. I'll just get you high all weekend. You could try and sell some of this for me, some of that. I was still doing pills.
Right.
Now I'm getting to the point where it's harder to get pills.
Right.
And
Price is going up.
Yeah, did my first bag of dope with somebody else, but was from him.
Now, what year was this?
This was 2012 going into 13.
See, I started doing dope 2011 going into 12 or no, summer of 2012.
Yeah, this was
Because that's when that happened, man. The pills started to become fewer and far between.
Yeah,
They got
price went
super
up.
expensive, and it was
They
like
became rare, you know.
Yeah.
The
this
blues,
is
right?
so this is going into 2013, and so this guy CB, so I'd be like the way it was is that would be your daily, not a daily, like a weekend routine. He'd come up and we party with him. Either
and he'd
we
stay at your dad's house.
Yeah, how did
Yeah.
we get away with that?
my dad was never there. I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's
know,
true.
he takes care of my grandmother.
That reminds me of the
he's,
chop and slopper
you know,
conversation.
yeah.
get
So either we do that or we get a hotel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So one night, now he's telling me to sell shit for him, and now I have like people hitting me up. I'm not really
Right.
seeing any of the money. I'm just getting high for free.
Which is one and the same.
But I have
really.
people hitting me up.
Yeah.
Right.
So one night he comes down, right? He's like, yo, I'm getting a ride down. I was just getting out of school. He's like, it's cool if I crash a couple nights for the weekend. Yeah, it's cool. Just throw a couple bags my way and we'll do our thing. Like, whatever. It was a
Right.
normal thing. He gets to my house and he's all types of fucked up.
I remember.
Oh,
All
really?
zannied up.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He came up to me while nobody else was around. There was a couple girls over and a couple of
Right.
my boys. And he comes up to me, grabs me outside. He goes, yo, I need you to do me a favor. Hands me 4 or 5 bricks, whatever it was. And he's like, take this, put it in a safe spot. We're going to have a good weekend. I said, all right. And I had no intention of anything. I took it,
Right.
put it in my truck. We partied, did our thing, whatever. Woke up that morning.
The next morning.
And I wake up and he's searching my house, like looking in every little nook and cranny.
Right.
And he's like, dude, I put this stash somewhere. He's like, I know I put it here.
He didn't even remember asking you to hide it either.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's
so this is where shit took
but
him
this is how I knew. He swore he was being so specific and precise about. He swore
Yeah,
he put it
it's
in
weird.
this cabinet behind this. I said, this motherfucker doesn't realize he gave me the stash last night.
Right.
So
right.
now I'm playing it off, right? So
Yeah.
now I'm saying, well, bro, you better find it because this is my dad's house, dog.
Right, yeah.
And if he comes home and finds that, like, I'm fucked. And
Right.
not only that, but I have a dog, and God forbid the dog gets it, eats it. So
man.
now we're both bugging. And I say,
But Joey's faking the whole thing. you know?
right, right.
Of course. Being the good actor that he is.
But now I get into a thing where there was a couple of my boys that slept over last night,
Right.
and a couple girls that slept over last night. And this guy didn't play no shit. So now he thinks somebody robbed him.
Yeah, and this dude was like, you just got the vibe just by looking at him. that
He
he'll
has a
fuck
gun.
you
He
up,
showed
yeah,
me the
you know?
gun.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
We've driven with the gun.
Yeah, I
Right.
hated that, you know? He
Yeah,
was
that's something, I've gotten involved with some people who were carrying guns before, and I'm like, listen, you know what?
just not the worth,
Just-
it's
just
not worth the risk.
When you're getting
Yeah.
high, you don't give a fuck. Like I've had.
Yeah,
I've,
but
to an extent.
yeah, I
No, I
don't
know.
know.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
to an
just-
extent, but I was never playing around having a gun in my car, man.
no. I'm just saying, like it's But this is a man who introduced me to his mother. Like we be in Jersey City, like
Right.
So like,
What
and
the fuck?
you know, I was going. I don't know if I would have kept a good relationship with that guy, my life could have gone for the worse because he almost like pretty much took me under his wing.
Right,
Like
put you on.
he taught me how to sell drugs. He
Right.
taught me how to bag this, bag that, do this. You know, he taught me what a stamper was, man. Like he took
Right.
me under his wing, and
was a
eventually he
solid connect,
eventually he found eventually he found out because what happened was my boys were kind of tired of it, and I didn't tell anybody that I took it. I waited a couple of days, and all those people that would hit me up,
You started
I
selling the
started
dope.
selling it.
See, that's where you fucked up.
He got word
That's where you fucked up.
that the stamp was going around,
Ah, dude.
and he traced it.
Because he's
Come
got a
on,
cousin in
dog.
Silverton, you know?
Yeah, but he
what are you
doesn't.
doing, bro?
Not to mention, he wasn't giving a shit to sell at that point either, and we were still
He
making the
That's
move,
something you just
know?
got to keep.
yeah, but he's from Jersey City. I didn't know he would know these little white kids from fucking from
Silverton,
Tom's River.
Yeah, you were young too. You were young.
It was my boys that flipped.
Right.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he started, I want the money by this day.
So what happened was,
Oh, then you owed him.
well, this is what he said. I still denied it. I still denied everything, and I made up a couple stories. I was like, "Nah,
Right.
you gave me one to sell, and that's where people are finding a stamp." And he's
Right.
like, "Well, look, I don't give a fuck who robbed me. You're paying me back for it." I was like, "All right, well, how do you want me to do that? Because I don't have any money." He's like, "Well,
Right.
I'm just gonna give you 5 bricks, and you're gonna sell them all at full price, and you're not gonna keep any profit." So I had to do that.
And then that was the end of it. You know, it looked like it was about to be a huge fucking problem.
Well, no, that wasn't the end of it. You don't remember?
Yeah, I do remember. You bought the fucking chain too. Remember that old thing?
Yeah, that was
prick, you sick
no,
bastard.
no, because you know what? They tried to pawn that off on me too because they were like, "Yo, Joey got a new chain."
Yeah.
And
don't say
that
you
was
guys tried to
it
pawn
was
it
my
off.
birthday
I was-
week. I
yeah.
actually got that as a present.
Oh.
I didn't buy that. Anyway, a month or two later, it was,
Chain definitely
it
got
was
pawned, right?
fourth. Yeah, it did.
Oh,
Fourth,
that- a
4th of
month later.
July. 4th of July. I'll never forget. I should have seen this coming, but now I made money. Like I made some money. Like
Selling.
selling, you know, from robbing this guy. So I should have known. I was so stupid, but I was so greedy. His cousin hits me up one day, and they hear one day I was selling dope, but one day somebody hit me off with some pills because I got them so cheap. They were like, I just got back from the doctor. I was like, all right, fuck it, like I'll take fucking I don't know. I must have taken like 50 of them, you know?
Right.
And I'm selling them, and they got word that, oh, well, Joey's got pills, and he, you know, so his cousin hits me up, the one that lived in Silverton. He's like, yo, I got this girl over here. She needs a couple pills. If you can come by and sell them.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Dude, now
I get out, I pull up, and I'm in my truck at the time,
Right.
and I'm like getting it out, and I hear CB come to the window, and he's like, yo, nigga. I was like, fuck. I just and
He dropped you in your truck.
yeah, dropped me in the truck, took the pills. I don't know what was wrong with me. I only brought there was 5 pills. I didn't lose out, but
Right.
he got me.
got
That's
what
how
you
I
had.
chipped my tooth. So
Oh, really?
Yeah. So fucking
It's not how you chip your tooth. It's how your tooth got chipped.
yeah, that's how my
Right, your tooth
that's how
got
my
chipped that
tooth
way.
got chipped.
We understood, though.
from
Oh,
from
yeah.
CV.
Oh, you just got to make it clear.
And I just man, I threw my my foot was on the brake, you know, what I mean?
Right.
It was still in drive, so I just fucking took my foot out the swerve because motherfuckers were coming up behind my car, and this
Right.
is broad daylight, 4th of July in Silverton, like cookout shit,
Right,
and I
right,
had a
right.
group of Latin kings surrounding my car,
Jesus Christ.
so, and he
He
apologized.
I know.
What?
Weird. And
Yeah.
you
What a nice
continued.
guy.
Yeah, he was a sweetheart. Don't let the whole
Nah,
shit tooth.
I don't fuck with him no more.
But I
his
think
cousin, he was living in Silverton with this girl. She ended up passing away, ODing, and his girl, CB's girl, ended up dying and passing
Yeah.
away.
Overdose too.
She was stealing
Yeah,
from him.
Yeah.
She was stealing from him.
like
Overdosed on his dope. Yeah, so that was all in the beginning.
That was a
dog.
wild summer. That's how it started, too.
This was all in the summer too.
This was
Yeah,
all
this is
one
the
summer.
start of
I went
the
from
run.
I went from doing dope in the right before New Year's, before New Year's, to springtime, pretty much selling it. Summertime, I got it, and then now I'm just in cahoots with these
Yeah,
people.
then it was a full blown. yeah.
But it was, I don't know, man. We got into so much wild shit.
It's crazy to think that that's how it all started. That was the start of it, and we're already
Yeah, I mean
balls
that
deep
was
in some bullshit.
that was
you know
what
I mean?
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Longer?
6 years ago, bro.
Fucking
Yeah,
A.
'cause what
Holy
was it?
shit.
Yeah.
6 years ago.
It's
Yep.
crazy. Yeah, it was what, 2012 we said, right?
2012 and 13. That's the summer would have been.
It was all downhill from there.
Summer would've
needless
been
to
Oh
say,
yeah,
you
it's
know
been
what I mean?
downhill for me since I started too.
Yeah, it was just wild to even think that's how it all began.
I don't know, dog.
It's a hell of a start.
Shit could have went worse.
Yeah,
you know.
we could have been a lot worse, you know,
Yeah.
to really think about it.
You know, things could always be worse. You could be a Siamese twin whose brother's gay and boyfriend's coming over.
Yeah, that sounds like a great time.
So,
Jesus Christ. Not a bad joke.
just kidding. Just kidding. Come on. We have a lot of gay and lesbian followers, and I love all of them.
Right, like my cousin Paige.
Right. I love Paige. What I don't like is a lot of them are in my inbox. And
Yeah,
it's like,
what's up with that, bro?
dude? You know what? You want to watch?
Joey has a lot of guys coming on to him on it.
Dude, a lot.
After the
Facebook.
transgender story we heard before the camera started rolling.
Oh my
Can
god.
we,
Yeah, do we want to review that?
So, no, I don't, man.
it's okay. We know.
A while ago, I
It's your truth, bud.
It is my truth. That's what you're gonna get, dude. I have no, bro. I've been pretty open on this podcast. I've pretty much spoken about everything, you know.
Well, not
And
everything.
I'm
not
pretty
everything,
aware.
Joe.
I'm pretty aware.
Not everything.
I'm pretty aware.
Almost
Bring
everything.
Bring something up.
We just tried to, and you shut it down.
Transgender. Is that what you're talking about?
Well,
I matched
the
I'm-
intimate details of your relationship.
Oh, fuck off. Man. Trying to make me out to be a fucking.
Dude, I mean, like I told you, I said if I were you, I would go for it. If I was me, I would not. But if I was
Yeah.
you, I would do it.
Again, it all. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have. I don't know if I'd been able to on that one.
Yeah, no, dude, I wasn't. It wasn't something I contemplated.
I know. It's just the fact.
All
that
right, now
people-
everybody's wondering what the
Nah,
fuck's
fuck it.
going on.
So now you got
okay,
it. There's
listen,
no turning back. man.
Listen,
Just change-
6 months ago, I was on Tinder and I matched with what I thought to be a woman. Okay,
Right.
and didn't say in the description yet that she was transgender. I'll be on that bitch swiping, dog. You know,
Right,
And
right,
Yeah,
right.
just
you know,
right,
now
right,
now I'm
right.
going through these pictures and I'm like, damn, you know, shorty kind of thick. And
That's the first thing you said to me when you described it. So
I fucking and I'm in the description. Now I'm looking in the bio, and and I'm a motherfucker. It's always too good to be true. Always too good to be true. You know?
I do,
And
yeah.
now
I agree
I'm
with you.
questioning myself. Now I'm like, you faggot, you thought she was fucking cute, blah blah blah. Now I'm fucking arguing with myself. You ever had that? That's how fucked up I am in the head. You ever fucking argue with yourself? You ever
course.
call yourself a faggot, Paul? Have you ever done that, nigga? I have, son. It ain't fun, all right? Yo. Anyway, the funny thing is I'm out to dinner with a couple friends and
And the girl?
nah, the man.
Well, whatever.
is that,
It's
that's
2018. You have to call it a
20,
girl.
we're
You have
gonna
to call
get
him a
back to
girl.
it's a chick with a dick. Let's call it what it is.
Well, not anymore, right? All right, well, go ahead. Continue the story. I'm sorry for
I was out to dinner, and my one friend is swiping, and I'm like, let me hit a couple of them messages for you, because he'll match with women, but he just has no balls to say anything.
Right.
So I was, helping
You're already
him
halfway
out.
there, though, at that point, man. When you're on Tinder, like, all you
He's
got to do is
weird.
say something.
He's weird.
And anything
He's
works
weird.
on Tinder.
Right.
I think I think he's half Lithuanian or something. So
You're not sure.
the thing is like I'm messaging him, and then I start to think to myself, man, let me hop on the Tinder game. Let me see what's up with my inbox.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, I gotta show them. I didn't. This was just like a day prior to the transgender thing, and I'm like, I gotta show them. So I was like, yo,
okay.
I was like, yo, look at this girl I matched with, like fucking around, and they were like, god damn, like it's 2018. These doctors know what they're doing. Let's not not be confused here.
Right, of course.
No Adam's apple.
I love
Blonde,
how it's
brunette.
2018 is your excuse out of all of this.
She was a brunette, and okay, so now I'm like, yeah, look at that. They're like, damn, and then I told them
Drop the
it's a
bomb.
dude, and they're like, oh, you fucking asshole, blah blah blah, and I'm like,
But it
I was
gets
joking
worse.
around. I was like, yo, should I message her and say what's up? And the kid next to me, he's like, yo, you know what? You should, bro. They answer the quickest.
Oh.
And he was dead ass. He was dead ass. I ain't even going to blow his spot.
I
Now,
can
now,
only
now the
imagine what
thing
his
I
inbox-
will give respect for it, that person, they're owning their shit. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
telling you what's up. And so it's not like some tomfoolery or something like that. Like, you know what you're getting into. And if that's your thing, that's your thing,
Yeah. No, I get it, man. I mean, obviously, I felt some type of way about it, but I'm not gonna, message him and be like, "Oh, you piece of shit," because you know
What
what?
is
It
wrong
was
with
my
you?
fault for not reading the bio before I swiped.
Like, what did the
It was
bio say? Just transgender, like devil fucking wiener.
transgender male, I guess. What would be the right term?
I have
Transgender
no
male.
fucking clue.
You're
Okay.
asking him like it's his in his profile.
Yeah.
It was a male who got surgery to be a female. So whatever that is, that's the term she used. Everything, a complete operation.
That's fucked.
Said something along the lines of will not tolerate bullshit, for lack of better terms. I don't know. And I was
for
just
her.
like, you know what? It is what it is, dog. I just feel like for everybody's sake, for their sake too, because I'm not one of those people who are going to bash them, but I'm sure some people are matching and
Right.
saying some fucked up shit.
See, I don't think it's
So
anyone's
I think-
business to say something. Just leave it fucking.
It's
be.
not. It's
You know?
I'm
They wanna
not.
be
I'm
like
not saying
let 'em
that.
be. Yeah, I know. I'm agreeing.
Yeah, but I think for their sake, maybe it'd be a little safer if they went on a app where it was all
Expected?
like-minded people. Yeah,
Yeah, you
exactly.
Oh, well,
And look, I'm not.
do what they want to do. You
no,
know?
no. I'm not trying to say you don't belong here. I'm just
Right,
saying.
yeah,
I'm
okay.
just saying maybe.
It's
and
a
you know
weird
what?
thing, man. It's like
It's
more
not
and
up to
more
me.
of this shit is like happening, and I just dude, I don't know what the fuck to think. You know what I mean?
And we were talking at work about it, and like so my boy was like, "Yo, well, like, what would you do?" Like, cause I'm sitting there saying, like, "Yo, let them do what they want to do, man. It's their life, it's their wiener.
Right.
They want to cut their wiener off, and let them cut it off,
Right.
And
Or
he's like,
vice
"Yeah, well,
versa."
yeah, do you want to grow a wiener?
Cut your vagina
Cut your
off.
fucking sew it shut and put a wiener there." He's like, "Yeah, well, what if your kid wanted to do that?" And I was like, "I'd be fucking pissed."
You think so?
Oh fuck yeah! If you
Yeah.
had a kid, because I have a son,
Right. I probably would be too, man.
What would you know? Now,
I
listen,
I have no clue. I have no
yeah,
clue.
and that's the thing. And I'd love my kid no matter what, even if he did
Right.
cut his wiener off. I think that's super weird to think, but I can't really imagine being in that situation. So that's a very fucked up thing to even have to worry about.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's something you got to worry about now. Like
Yeah, I guess when you got kids, you got to worry about it all.
yeah,
You know?
that's some scary.
How's
shit.
your son?
So he just turned 3 in June.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Paulie Jr.? Jackson?
Jackson Anthony.
Did you
Yeah.
name him because of Sons of Anarchy?
So all right, so I'm not gonna lie. So yes, I was watching a lot of Sons of Anarchy, but I like the name at the same time.
nah, I think Jags is a sick
I
name.
didn't know the name Jackson was going to become the most common name in fucking America, where it's everybody who's having a
popular
little
now,
boy. It's,
yeah.
it's so
It
we
is,
did
it is.
Jaxon, Jackson Anthony Strybig, and like my Nonna side of the family, she calls him Jackie. So he's got a little bit of the Italian feel to him, and but so right the whole time she was pregnant, I kept saying Jackson, Jackson, Jackson. Right at the end, I was like, I like the name Justin. Just to switch it up. She's like, no, I bonded with a Jackson. Like, it's Jackson, and that's it. So,
I like Jackson a lot
Fair
better.
enough.
but now when I look at him, I can't imagine it being anything else.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
it-
He's just Jack.
Yeah, Jackson.
He's my
It's a weird
Jax.
thing you have as a parent of a child to just like dictate what this kid's name is going to be for
Yeah,
the
it's
rest of
a
their
weird
life.
thing,
It's so final. It's so ultimate. I mean, you can change your name if you want to, but like,
You ever see the bit that Louis C.K. does where he's like, if I had a kid, I would name him Ladies and Gentlemen. That way the teacher would call him and just be like, Ladies and gentlemen, don't do that. I don't know. You could name him whatever you want,
Frankenstein.
You can name him.
Frankenstein.
That's
Yo, so did you guys see the new Adam Sandler stand up?
I watched about
haven't,
5
no.
minutes of it and I shut it off because I couldn't take
me
I couldn't
fucking too.
I couldn't take all the songs in the beginning. It kept like going back and forth. But then a
Dude.
good friend of mine just watched it and he's like, "Nah, dude, get
Watch
past
it.
that.
That's what my boy said.
Get
so
past that.
We should
and
watch it
it
tonight, Joe.
All right.
I don't know what it was. I started it, and dude, you got to understand, like, I
Funny,
loved it. I
funny
loved
you brought
it.
up Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I
Go
love
ahead.
Adam Sandler, and don't get me wrong, a lot of his new movies. So it's almost he's like the Eminem.
I just,
you know what I mean?
dude, I
This
just
whole
said
shit
that
was
to somebody.
you know?
I just said that to somebody.
And
I
it's
said Adam Sandler
Is the Eminem.
is Eminem.
And you love him because of the shit he's done,
Exactly.
But
you
now,
love you. I
it's
love
hard to
Eminem.
love him.
Yeah.
So I turn it on, bro. He's playing his fucking guitar or whatever, and I'm like, this is fucking terrible.
Young Adam Sandler's so good.
Yeah,
So good.
Yeah, like I watched
Hit after hit, and even remember the CDs he used to come out
Yeah.
with. For my, I
The
can't remember
Hanukkah
if it
song?
was like my
I used to
if it
love
was
that
my
shit.
3rd or 4th birthday. My mom got me. I remember.
He had a baseball CD too that was hysterical.
I remember. I
yeah.
remember the
I used to
CD.
have that
It was
fucking-
called "What the Hell Happened to Me," and it was Adam Sandler, a child photo, and he's in like a onesie,
I remember that, yeah.
pajamas,
Yep.
holding like a toy train, and that's what the Hanukkah song was on. Yeah, Piece of Shit Car was on that
yeah,
too.
yeah.
He
But
had
like the
bangers.
new songs just sucked. I listened to one of them, And I was like,
The
this is
rap
fucking
one's
stupid.
all right.
I couldn't.
No.
And everyone's like, dude, just wait until he puts the guitar down. You know, you'll like it.
Right.
But I couldn't even
I saw
get to
somebody watching it over at the house the other day.
Yeah.
And I asked them how it was, and they said it was all right.
Yeah, no, they said give it a chance. Once you get past
I'll
the songs.
I'll have to try it again tonight.
Out of respect, I
Yeah.
feel like I need to give
That's
it a
what I'm
chance.
saying, you know. And
Yeah, I
think
can't
the
watch-
Eminem reference was perfect. In that
He
matter.
looks terrible though.
Yeah, but you know,
He's getting old.
Yeah, that's all it
Yeah,
is.
he's probably in his mid-50s.
That's the thing, man. Is like, it's hard. It's hard to watch people you love
Start to suck.
start to suck. You know.
Just straight the fuck up.
Sometimes I think it's better that Biggie died and Tupac died.
Because what if they started getting into the new style? I mean, now, they would never get into what it was now, you know. But
Yeah.
you know,
Somebody said, who said it? I think it was Neil Young. It's better to burn out. It was Neil Young. It's better to burn out than to fade away.
we'll finish on top. You know,
That was Seinfeld thing. Seinfeld's thing,
yeah.
man. When his show was absolutely at the top,
That's
the
what
ratings
they
were the best. He was making the most money. He hung it up.
problem was the ending of Seinfeld was fucking terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, the whole court, right? They ended up all going to jail for.
yeah, I thought it was interesting.
Remember when they had
Seinfeld. That show was shot out.
Remember
He's a
when-
great stand-up.
Remember when they had Jerry Seinfeld on Larry King, and Larry King was fucking interviewing him, and he asked Jerry, he's like, so the show's over, right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, did it get canceled or did you guys put it to an end? And Jerry got fucking heated.
Oh,
Really?
He's
I
like,
never saw that.
He's
Really,
like, you
really
think?
got me?
Yeah, he's like, you think
Oh,
my
really?
show got canceled, Larry? He's like, Larry, you think my show got canceled? It was funny as hell
he being
watching two
serious, though,
Jews
or
go
was he
at it.
just- oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think he just he was probably picking his brain a little bit.
It's crazy to think Larry King's still fucking going.
He's fucking.
And I mean,
He's actually kinda funny,
He's great
too.
to watch still. You know,
Never liked him really, but
yeah, I love him. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I love him just because of who he is. You know, it's like
the suspenders.
Yeah,
I
makes
just-
it.
I can't.
You need a call sign like that. Dad hats or Joey suspenders.
I mean, I think this is my signature move: guinea tees and dad hats. Most of the time, that's what I'm wearing on the show.
Right. Most of the time, that's just what you're wearing.
Yeah, it's not even on the show. That's just what you wear.
Yeah,
It's just what you got on.
Joggers.
I can't get down with those, man. I feel like because I'm tall and skinny and I got big feet, they
Well,
like
that's
they look real weird on me.
No, bro, they look better on you because you're tall and skinny. I'm fat and short.
I just can't jive with them, bro. No,
look
I don't know.
weird.
They look weird on me, man.
But do you
Paul,
actually
remember when
jog?
I was skinny, Paul?
No.
I was gonna say, do I remember when you were skinny? Yeah,
Yeah.
when we were crazy dope heads. Yeah,
I packed on a couple, huh?
you did. That's the best part of getting clean is you get fat.
And you could poop.
You know, and you can poop.
Dude,
on the regular.
I-
It's
dude,
fat.
sometimes-
I love pooping.
Dude, sometimes I take like 3 a day.
It's great, bro.
Isn't that nuts?
It's
a
great.
lot.
And
when
I
you-
could sleep at night now. How are
yeah.
you doing?
I'm getting there.
How are you doing?
I don't stay asleep is the problem, you know. But even
Wake
before,
up a lot?
yeah. But even before and after the whole drug epidemic, I was a terrible sleeper. So mixing getting clean off all that, it's a fucking
Yeah.
nightmare.
Yeah.
And then I started smoking one of those weed pens, and I hated smoking weed,
Right.
Yeah.
But I did it because my boy's like, "Yo, hit it, you'll go to sleep." No, now I'm up all night fucking eating. That's all it was
Yeah.
when I was getting clean. So it's like,
I went
What?
to I was still in the grip. This was only last year, and I went to a bachelor party, and I fucking hit a weed pen. I
I
took
can't
one
do it
hit.
now. Forget about it now.
Worst mistake I ever did. I can't do weed.
No,
I can't do weed.
I got
I
thrown
used-
out-
cabbage.
They say that something happens with your chemical balance in your head that after you abuse opiates, something happens.
Here's what it is, bro. People have said the same thing to me before, and I'll call it exactly for what it is, right?
Okay.
So what weed does for you is it makes you introspective. It makes you look at yourself. So once you start fucking around with like crystal meth or heroin or crack or anything like that, you realize how big of a piece of shit you are. So then you add in some sort of chemical that's making you look at yourself, you go fucking ape shit.
Yeah.
I stopped smoking weed years ago for that
Yeah, I
reason.
can't do it
That's what
now.
it is.
Even then recently, and I mean, now I've been, being good, and even recently I took a couple hits. My boy's like, yo, not just that, but like the shit that's out there now. It's not even bud no more.
ridiculous.
It's fucking oil. My boy's like, yo,
fucked
try
up.
this. I'm like, what is it? And I took 2 hits, and I got to go sell cars now, and and like, yo, people are talking to me, and we're slammed at work, bro. And they're talking to me like fucking Charlie Brown's teacher. When they're talking to me, all I hear is womp 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 womp.
yeah.
And they already hate me because I'm a car salesman,
Right,
Back to
of
that all
course.
so I'm like, this is the most. I got to get the fuck
Now
out
you're
of here.
stone car
now
salesman.
you're
I
just-
got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And I
That would make
stayed.
me- That would make me lose my shit.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah, it's supposedly they're paving the way for it to be legal in the state too.
They say soon. I think there's a start date to start
6
the process,
months, I think.
right? Yeah.
6 months to a year out.
For it to be legal. Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Yeah, then people who have it on the record, the shit's gonna get expunged. Blah 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 blah.
So
It's
what
gonna
about
be-
everybody locked up right now?
Nah.
They don't get out, right? 'Cause it was
No.
illegal.
No, theoretically, yes.
You're grandfathered into. being
Everybody's
a
just
douchebag.
going to be fucking.
That's not
stoned
true.
as- you
That's
know?
not true. So, say it depends on what the charge
Exonerated.
is for, because
a
you
distribution
still can't
charge.
have pounds of weed at your house.
Right.
You still
Sell
can't
it.
be growing
Okay.
30 plants of weed at
Yeah,
your
you're
house.
Right.
You can't be selling it. So it's like
I get you,
misdemeanor. The charges that the law is going to allow isn't a charge you'd get locked up for.
I get you, Bri.
Listen, I don't. If people want to smoke weed, fucking smoke your weed. I
That's
think
what
it's
I always
great.
said.
If they tax it, that'd be great for the fucking state, for the country. You know,
Beautiful.
What I mean?
We need the money in
it's
New
fucking
Jersey.
Did you guys vote yesterday?
I did. I voted for myself, all 4 ballots.
Good for you.
Why is this making
I
so much
voted for you
noise
too, to
today?
be honest. I'll be 100% honest. I went there and I saw they were out of I voted stickers, and I was like, "This is bullshit," and I got out of there.
Really?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
funny.
I didn't go. But it's crazy how many people.
Everybody
this
exposed
is-
themselves yesterday.
Yeah.
If you were a felon,
No,
everybody
You
exposed.
shared it too. You're
I
right.
don't, that's because I don't give a fuck.
Did you vote?
You
No,
can't.
man, I can't.
Oh yeah, fuck, you are a felon. Yeah, it's okay. I didn't.
So I got into it with some people online yesterday, right? Because
it's my
this is what I posted, right? And I never throw anything political either way to whatever side. My last name is Licata. My brother coined the term Licatacrat. Whatever directly benefits us and our family is what we want to win. Fair enough,
Makes
right?
sense. Yeah. Okay.
If there's some tax break to people who are in my income bracket, I want that. You know what I mean? Whatever's going to benefit me the most is what I want.
You're not set on one party. You're about who
Not-
stands for what kind of thing.
Who
right?
stands for what can
Independent.
directly benefit me?
You. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not independent. I'm about myself. It's selfish voting.
Don't you
right?
love when everybody's a politic
Isn't
on
that what
Facebook?
independent means?
Yeah,
Nah,
well, independent
sorta.
from a different. Yeah, kind of. All right. So anyway,
Yeah,
I'll
that.
lick your nipples right now.
so
Don't you tell me what a good time.
so what I posted online was I don't understand how you need an ID to buy cigarettes. You need
Oh,
an
yeah.
ID to buy alcohol. You need an ID to go to a fucking R-rated movie, but you don't need an ID to vote. So all these leftist fucking liberals got on my ass saying that it's voter suppression because, the 0.1% of people who, for either financial reasons or transportation reasons, can't get an identification card, they should still be allowed to vote.
well, because they want you to vote.
But you still
They
have
don't
to
want
go.
you to smoke
You still
cig-
have
you
to
know?
go through the process to be registered.
You still have to go through the process to be registered. And what they say is, what they do is, so I have a signature, which I don't remember where they got my signature from. I registered to vote when I got a license. So it's probably my driver's license signature. But there's some 80-year-old lady who works at the library in Ventnor who's the one checking my signature. It's like
so anybody can walk in
this
there.
is the line of defense that you have.
Sure.
And
I get that.
other states, Virginia, I think my buddy in North Carolina said they asked it, Idaho, like they
That's
asked
for what, your ID?
ask for your ID.
Oh, really?
You have to prove an ID. And if you can't afford or you can't get to the DMV to get a driver's license, when you register to vote, the state should send you out a voter ID card, which we have already. And this guy who used to be my professor at school told me that he gets asked for his ID every time he goes to vote. Well, every time I've been to vote, no one's ever asked me for this. And he's called me a liar. And I was like, dude, well, whatever, bro. You want to call me a liar? Call me a liar. But it's not what the fuck happened. So I just wanted to clear the air on that.
So you pretty much, when you go in there, you just sign next to your signature from God knows when, and then I could be you. I could walk in and just sign as you right now.
Yeah, you could have went there, said Brian Licata, and went in and voted.
That's crazy, bro. Because think about how many people. Oh well, I guess you're assigned to a certain, right? You're assigned to a certain place to vote. So
Certain district, yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
But when I lived in North Carolina, I was still able to vote in New Jersey because I still had a New Jersey driver's license. And in the eyes of the state of New Jersey, I was registered in 2 places.
Right.
So I could vote in North Carolina and then mail a mail-in ballot from New Jersey. The voting system is fucked.
It is
It's
fucked,
completely fucked.
Yeah, what do you
and I think it's all fixed to an extent. You know,
It's all bullshit. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You know, this is what it's funny. I was in LBI, right? I deliver to these people in LBI, this one group of builders, and these 2 guys that work for this builder, total hippies. I love going to them.
Everybody loves hippies.
Oh, I love them so much. They're so fucking funny. Every time I go on there, they're fucking high, and they're just like, "Oh, what do you got for us today, dude?" You know what I mean? They're just typical like surfer stoners.
Where's this in New York, right?
No,
Where's
LBI,
it?
Long Beach
LBI,
Island,
LBI,
not
okay.
Long Island.
Okay.
And we cool, Bri? Okay. And I'm over there yesterday, and one time I went to this guy, and he had a copper bracelet, and I'm like, nice bracelet. He's like, yeah, we fucking had some leftover copper and I made it. I'm like, let me get one, joking around. And he made me one right there.
Oh,
And he's
really?
like, dude, wear it. It helps your balance, dude. And it's going to make you a lot more level-headed, bro. And this guy's cool as shit. He must be.
Where's your bracelet?
He might be at least 50,
Sold
but he
it.
looks 40. He looks good, you know? And,
Right.
you know, big beard, long hair. And he's, and yeah, the one day I went there with no bracelet, he was pissed.
Yeah.
But he's always getting deep
Keep it in the truck. Put it on when you go see the guy.
And
at least.
the one day we were telling him, we were like, yeah, we're short a couple pieces. You want to call your boss and, you know, tell him whatever he wants to do. And he's like, nah, I don't play that game, dude. The
Oh
cell
my
phone
God.
thing. I don't do the whole cell phone thing. I don't
so
play
he's
that
a-
game.
yeah, he's a real deal. Real
So
deal
yesterday we go drop something off. And I'm like, yo, what up, dude? And I knew this was going to get him going. I just said it. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, you going to go vote today? He's like, dude, you know who? I'm not going to say it. He's like, you know who votes? He's like, cocksucking. And I'm like, really? He's like, dude, it's all a way for the government to distract you. And he goes, and did you know that if you register to vote, that's how they pick who does jury duty? And I'm
Really?
like, no shit. He's like, dude, in my house, I don't do that. He goes, I don't do the Facebook, the computer, the TV.
Joey's
he's
hippie
like,
voice is just-
he's like, why do that, man? He's like, it's a way to stop you from thinking. He goes, you know why weed's illegal? Like, why? He goes, because the blacks were making great music. They were thinking.
I guess.
Kind of has a point, dog.
Let's get this guy on the podcast.
Yeah,
I would
but
love to,
he
but
probably
he wouldn't.
wouldn't- yeah, he
he
probably
doesn't
wouldn't do it.
No,
Doesn't do any of that.
No,
Yeah, you don't do
Up-to-date
any of
shit.
the
that.
government
Right,
would
yeah.
come after him and kill him.
Oh, that's what he really thinks into that. Like,
Maybe.
Maybe he might.
He might, dude.
He just
doesn't-
might, man.
He might not want these things over here, man.
Yeah.
Talking
Well, we
into
got some
this would be
tinfoil
super
you can
sketchy.
put on his head while we're recording if he wants, bro.
He's a funny guy. Good guy. Good guy. Good guy. He always
And he builds
helps.
houses?
Always helps. Yeah. Yeah, he builds. Like, you know, sometimes we deliver to people and they're just fucking, yeah, put it third
dicks.
floor, third floor, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Or they're just not even there.
Right.
This guy, he comes out to the truck, you know, takes it out. Yeah.
He smokes cigarettes, this guy?
I don't think so.
No, he's probably a straight stoner.
I don't think he
right?
does.
Right?
Yeah.
Instead of a pack of cigarettes, my man has a pack of joints. You know,
Right.
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
kinda
always talk
guy.
about
I always liked
weed.
older guys like that,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
He's
Yeah.
a very
I wanted
cool.
to be that guy.
Very
me
cool
too. It never
guy.
happened, though.
No,
Very
I
cool.
became a dope head instead. I was like,
Right.
oh, this fucking sucks.
He's a very cool guy.
That was the
Shout
goal,
out.
though.
I'm not gonna. If he wasn't so bugged out, I'd shout his name out and
Yeah.
maybe even the
He'll never
builder,
see
but
it, but I understand. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, there's no need to do it.
No,
No need to do it.
good people, good people.
You should tell him about the podcast, see what he has to say about it.
Yeah, you know what? I will. Next time I see him,
See what he has to say.
we have to make little business cards or something too. You know, just to just
Next paycheck.
simple. Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, just something simple. Check us out. Got our link on there.
Put the Spotify link, you know, because how do you guys do better on the YouTube or on the Spotify?
It's kind of weird, man. Like the results that I get from all the apps where like Apple Podcast or Spotify or Stitcher like that, it only counts people who actually download it. So I don't really get
so
it.
if
And
I
a lot
go
of
on
people
and play it,
stream.
yeah,
I don't
that's
get that.
fucked up,
I don't get
right?
that number.
You think you'd get just straight plays or visits, even? You know? what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
don't really know. I've tried to like look into the analytics, but I don't really get it. But Facebook, we get a lot of play on.
Yeah,
Facebook, Instagram too.
I feel like Facebook is the way
Facebook's
to
the
go.
number.
YouTube would be the way to go, but we'd have to really make a name for ourselves first.
Or you just share the link on Facebook. You know what I mean? But then how
yeah,
many
but
people actually
I
click
was.
into it?
This
you know
is
I
what
mean?
I was saying exactly because it's becoming a thing now where you just go right to Facebook, Facebook video.
Yeah.
Nobody really does links anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, if somebody shares, like back in the day, 09, you would share your favorite song from YouTube
Yeah, you're
to
right.
Facebook, and they'd be like, cool. But then Facebook started to get, what do you call that?
Jealous.
No,
Not
Smart?
copyright.
just
no.
Facebook started to get more.
Oh, they started growing. Like
Start
more,
growing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I remember my first Facebook, man. Like when I started it. It was probably
too.
2007.
You know,
Yeah.
for shits and giggles,
2006?
I went on my MySpace the other day.
Really?
I
It's still up there?
I still remembered everything, and I got on.
I
it.
did.
I immediately wanted to kick my own ass from like.
I didn't sign on, but I
From
went
like
to my.
2006.
I
Oh,
still
that's
remember.
cool.
I still remember
That's
my.
real cool
I
for
still
shits and
remember
giggles.
my Earl. That's why.
Yeah, me
Earl?
too. It was
Yeah.
my last name with just 4 G's.
What do you mean you're Earl?
Link, whatever.
You made the link, so it was www.myspace.com/ mine was Strybig. With
Mine
4
is
Gs.
Jmart is a sexy beast.
Just for anybody listening at home, go check
And
out
remember
Joey's
you can make
MySpace.
you can make playlists. So
Yeah.
I had one like for my regular profile.
Is that
and then
still
I,
up?
Yeah,
The
and then I
playlist
had
and
my
shit?
other.
Shit.
But listen to this. I made a sick techno playlist, and none of the songs are on there, dude. And I was pissed because I was feeling real techno the other day in the truck. Dude, sometimes I get like that.
Just wanted to rage kind of thing.
You know, I'm a real Italian sensation, DJ Italian sensation.
That's the name of a person.
Good mix. Great mix.
Is that your name? Is that the name of your mix, or is
No,
that
that's
somebody?
like DJ.
Oh, really?
It's a DJ. Yeah. I'll show
Where's
you
he
some
from?
shit.
Long Branch.
I think he's from Chicago.
just can't get into techno.
That's where techno started.
Really?
Chicago. A
Should've-
lot of people
should've
think
stayed
Jersey,
there.
New York, Chicago is where they invented the sound. You guys don't give a shit.
Well, no,
Yeah, I don't really care.
But I even said it. I said somebody at work.
Fuck off.
At work, I was like, "Yo, I went onto my MySpace." He's like, "Yo, a lot of people still use MySpace for music." I was like, "When the fuck have I ever? I've never heard of somebody saying like,
People do, but they
out my
also
MySpace.
don't.
SoundCloud, man.
People,
SoundCloud.
people that matter don't.
remember that Piff? That was the shit back
That
in the day.
Piff.
That Piff is still solid.
No way. Is it still? It's still running strong?
Yeah,
That-
I'm sure people still rip
there's-
mixtapes.
Yeah,
but
there's stuff on there.
mixtapes used to be fire, dude. Like when Wayne came out.
Like the No Ceilings, right?
He was
Or,
on
is that what
every
it was?
fucking thing. Yeah, he had his own mixtapes, but even like other people's, he would. Lil Wayne has so many songs. His discography is ridiculous.
As quarter five. How's that? Is that growing on you yet?
Grown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always said it. It was good.
Yeah, I
took
liked
me-
it.
It took me a while to get into.
Yeah,
I'll be
I liked
honest.
it.
Now that I actually, a lot of the songs
The
I can say-
production's good.
Yeah.
I will say this, bro. His lyrical ability, I don't think is as strong anymore.
as strong as it used to.
But his flow is still good, and it's still good. It's
Yeah.
still good.
It seems like it's matured a little bit. You know,
Really?
like in a different way.
Maybe.
It's
you
also
know?
been what 5
Maybe.
years, right? How long
Right.
is it? When did the last quarter drop? 5-6 years, right?
No.
It had, or
Did
3,
it?
I think it was 5 years.
Carter
yeah.
4 dropped out what? 11 or 12. You're
I
damn
think it was 12
right.
years. So
Holy
it doesn't
shit.
seem like that,
Holy fuck.
Yo, because think about it. Remember when "Believe Me"? Remember that song, "Believe Me"? Believe
Yeah.
Me. And that song goes, "We're working on quarter 5." That song came out when Mayweather fought Pacquiao. It's the only reason I remember, and that was what 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Lil Wayne's had some close calls. I'm surprised he's still alive, man.
Yeah, probably not for much longer. He looks like shit.
He does look
look like
terrible.
shit.
He
He
looks like
looks-
his hair's falling out. Have you seen his dreads, dog? He
they're
needs to
huge.
do something.
Redo them.
He needs to do
but
something.
Jesus, it's time to cut it off, man.
He used to be a good-looking cat. You know, you don't think so?
No.
A lot of girls would think so, but that's
I think
you
he's
know,
an ugly. I think he's an ugly.
he's
dude.
always been ugly, but he looked better back then.
Well, of course.
You know, if you had
So did
dreads
I.
and dark skin, you're a good-looking guy nowadays. You know, always. I'm just saying, a lot of girls now are into black guys. You know, and that's cool.
I tried to grow a flat top once.
You know, if I
Didn't
had
work
some,
out too
if I
good
had,
for me. I
dude, if
tried.
I had dreads and some dark skin, I'd be pimping right now. You know, I'm cool. I'm growing my hair back out.
Are you?
Yeah.
I support it.
I'm growing my hair back out.
Long?
Long.
I support it.
I'm gonna braid it. I'm gonna just keep getting shape ups. Let the
Slick
shit
it-
flow.
Slick it back.
Slick it back.
I like it.
Keep it groomed though, not like how I used to keep it.
Yeah. No,
See my
you did
license
nothing.
picture?
You used to just let it go. Never cut it. Never done nothing with it.
Well, what do you guys say? Wrap it up.
I guess so. Yeah,
I think
it's
it was
been a while.
I think it was pretty solid conversation
we
here.
covered a lot of stuff tonight.
I think I feel alive today. I think the Red
That was
Bull's a
the
good
Red Bull,
move.
right? Or
Yeah,
whatever
it's a good
that
move.
that
I need
coffee
to-
kid put in my coffee. I guess.
Yeah,
That-
yeah. Because we
juice.
either do this Wednesday nights or Sunday nights, and
Wednesdays
both
are
of those,
much better.
Both of those days, I'm wiped out. Sunday is like,
Yeah.
you know,
Recovering from the weekend.
Yeah, Sunday night scaries. You got work.
but Wednesday, dude. I'm up usually between 5:30 and 6.
Yeah.
I'm out the door
I
by
woke up at 10 o'clock
out the
today.
door by 6:30. You know, so I mean, I've been wheeling and dealing all morning, and it's halfway through the week. Hump day, Paul. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, happy to be here.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks very much. Had a good time.
Yeah, you guys tune in and go visit Paul, man.
Yeah, hey,
go
Tom's
visit
River
Paul.
Volkswagen. I'm there every day but Sundays. So 732-575-1800.
That's
Got
right.
what you need.
Yeah.
Got what you need.
Beautiful.
Sick.
And I can even call it what you were on last night. And all you ever do is talk about my past life. I'm holding on to something